Hi, and welcome to the Baltimore Regional Transportation Board's webcast on the projects located in Baltimore City that are included in the draft 2016 through 2019 Transportation Improvement Program. The BRTB is the Metropolitan Planning Organization for the Baltimore region and is therefore responsible for approving all federal, state, and local transportation funding into short-term work programs and long-term plans. The 2016 to 2019 Transportation Improvement Program, known as the TIP, is the Baltimore Region's short-term work program. The TIP is a short-range program created for a 4-year period of time. Though most of these projects appear in previous TIPs, the 2016 through 2019 program includes 22 new projects with $383 million in funding. The TIP includes $3.3 billion in transportation funding for 140 projects around the 6 jurisdictions in the Baltimore region. The projects are sponsored by the 6 jurisdictions as well as state agencies, including the State Highway Administration and the Maryland Transit Administration.
The 2016 to 2019 TIP includes 29 Baltimore City-sponsored projects as well as Maryland Transit Administration projects such as the Baltimore Red Line, Mark Bayview Station, and Kirk Bus Facility. Baltimore City-sponsored projects include $179.4 million in federal funds as well as $45.1 million in local matching funds for a total of $224.5 million in funding. Most projects focus on highway preservation. The Reconnecting West Baltimore project supports Baltimore City's long-term vision of a sustainable transportation network in West Baltimore. The project includes reconfiguring the Fulton Avenue Bridge to enhance bicycle and pedestrian accessibility, a 0.65-mile bicycle and pedestrian loop circling US 40 between Calhoun and Fulton Avenue, landscaping, pedestrian safety and ADA improvements, upgrading of existing traffic signals, and stormwater management. $4 million in construction funding is scheduled for fiscal year 2016. The Citywide ADA Improvements project focuses on ADA improvements near transit stops to provide access for all Baltimore residents, commuters, and visitors. It includes $2.4 million in funding for fiscal year 2016 to 2019. The Citywide Bicycle and Pedestrian Improvements project includes planning, design, and construction of Baltimore City bicycle routes with the goal of creating a citywide bicycle network which will encourage alternative modes of transportation, reduce emissions, and decrease dependency on single-occupancy vehicles. It involves $4.6 million in funding for fiscal years 2016 to 2019. The 2016 to 2019 TIP also includes several streetscape projects in Baltimore City. The Midtown Streetscape project incorporates safety improvements, ADA-compliant curb ramps, and on-street bicycle lanes on Mount Royal Avenue from North Avenue to Guilford Avenue. The project includes $8.4 million in construction funding in fiscal year 2016. The Greenmont Avenue Reconstruction Project involves the reconstruction of Greenmont Avenue between 43rd and 29th Street. Improvements include milling and repaving, lighting, landscaping, new sidewalks, and traffic calming measures. The project includes $6 million in construction funding in fiscal year 2016. There are also several MTA projects that significantly impact Baltimore City. The Baltimore Red Line is a 4.1-mile light rail transit line from the Baltimore County Woodlawn area to Johns Hopkins Bayview Hospital in Baltimore City. Fiscal year 2016 to 2019 includes $800 million in construction funds for the Red Line, with $400 million in federal funds and $400 million in MTA matching funds. Aside from the projects that we just detailed, the TIP includes a number of projects sponsored by the SHA and MTA that are regional in scope. This is important to note as every day 500,000 people in our region wake up in one jurisdiction and commute to another. Some of these regional projects include upgrades to transit such as MARC train improvements and MTA bus repair and replacement. SHA also sponsors several area-wide projects that have a preservation focus, such as bridge repair and replacement and roadway resurfacing.
Also open for public comment is the Air Quality Conformity Determination Report. The Baltimore region does not meet air quality standards and therefore is responsible for ensuring that federal funding and approval are given to transportation activities that are consistent with air quality goals. BRTB does this through the Air Quality Conformity Determination Report. The pollutants addressed in the report include ozone, fine particulate matter, and carbon monoxide.